Hello everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome here to the Megan Moves channel. If you've been here before, you know what time it is, but in case you're new here, welcome to the Megan Moves channel where every Wednesday, usually at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we do a live stream talking about some type of theme park topic. I really appreciate you guys tonight. I know we are going live significantly later than what we usually do, and I'll talk about that in a little bit here. But I want to say thank you so much to everyone that is here on the live stream, or if you're watching on the replay, welcome to the Megan Moves channel. We are so happy to have you guys here. And I'm excited because if you've been here before, you know, after we take a theme park trip or we go to visit a different park, usually the live stream after we go to visit a different place, we usually do some type of park or theme park or trip debrief. So I love getting the chance to sit down, talk to you guys about our travels, tell you about what videos are going to be coming up, but also some things we learned or saw during the trip. So very excited because we just got back from the Orlando theme parks and we have a Halloween theme park debrief to chat about. Halloween has made it to all of the theme parks. It's been so fun checking out some of their Halloween events. So I'm very excited to chat with you guys about all of this tonight. So thank you guys again for being here so late. I know it's about 8:30 Eastern time here. We're going late. We were at a family funeral viewing, so we are just here slightly late, but I wanted to make sure I could get the live stream out to you guys. So thank you guys very much for bearing with me. I know last week we had a very rough live stream in and out at Universal, so thank you for everyone for bearing with our connection issues and stuff. So we should be good, and I think in the upcoming live streams, we should be good with our usual 7 o'clock time. So gonna say hi to everyone that is here in the chat, and feel free if you're watching on the replay to say hi in the comments. But we've got our friends Deuce and Disney. Hey, thank you for being here. We've also got lovely Kitty Kathy, which I know has recently gotten back, well, both Deuce and Kitty Kathy got back recently from the Orlando theme parks, which has been fun. Yes, we got an obsessed Rangers fan here. Hey, thank you for being here and for being being understanding about the time change. I really appreciate it. So thank you guys. Yes, it's no problem. It was my dad's aunt passed away. So I think it was semi sudden or unexpected, but it was good to go and see all the family and stuff. So thank you very much for that, Kitty Kathy, and everything is all good here on our side of things. But thank you, Tia, for being here. How are you doing? All right. So like I said, we went down to the Orlando theme parks last week. It was a huge week of just theme parks and everything. So we were able to actually visit 3 theme parks last week. So we went to Disney World for a couple of days. We went to Universal Orlando for a couple of days. And then we finished up on Sunday. We went to Hersheypark to welcome in their Halloween events for their opening weekend. So it was a ton of Halloween stuff and we had such a blast. Hey Guy, thank you for being here. And okay, so Halloween is officially at your hometown park. That's amazing. I know a ton of parks this past weekend had like their opening weekend. So it's been great to see all of the Halloween festivities kick off. So we will start with Disney World. And I know a couple of you, like I said, had were previous or recent trips to theme parks. So let us know how your trips were. If you want to chime in, or if you visited Disney World or Universal or any other parks, feel free to put it in the chat. But the first park we visited was Disney World. I went down a couple of days early to do some days at Disney. We stayed at a new hotel, which I'm excited to share with you guys. You know, I like visiting different hotels and giving you guys reviews and places to stay when visiting Disney World or Universal and all that, all the parks. So I stayed at the Best Western Kissimmee this recent trip. And it is about 10 to 12 minutes away from Disney World. So it's very, very close. Usually I try to look on the budget side of things for hotels. We will eventually work our way to the nicer Disney resorts, but we stayed at the Best Western Kissimmee and I was pleasantly surprised by it. So the nice thing about it, it had free parking. I didn't have a car, but if you have a car, it's free parking. They had a free breakfast with it, which I love when hotels have free breakfast. And for the 3 days that I stayed there, it was $60 a night each night. So I always like trying to find ways to help you guys go on a budget to Disney World, and I really think that this is a good hotel to look at if you're looking for a cheaper place to stay at Disney World. So I do have a review coming up soon with that. So I was able to do kind of a walkthrough and a tour of our time staying there. So that was really enjoyable. But since I didn't have a car, I just Ubered to and from the parks to the hotel. So that was nice. It worked out very nicely. We also had our or our nice friend Janelle that helped give us some rides. So it was good. But yeah, we had a good time staying there. And then so we did a day at Epcot. We actually got to go for the first day of seeing Figment coming out, the Figment meet and greet. I don't know if you guys have seen, but Figment has made a reappearance at Epcot. You can go and do meet and greet with him. So we got to see him on the first day. The line was insane. So we didn't meet him the first day. We met him the second day. But yeah, it was cool to see Figment there. Then we had a day at Hollywood Studios, walked around and enjoyed some time there. And next day we went to the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot and tried some of the different food offerings that they had. I'm trying to think if there was anything that really stood out to me. I did get the gyro, or however you pronounce it. I know everybody pronounces it differently, but I got the gyro and the grease booth, I think it was. That did not disappoint. It was a smaller size gyro, but for the flavor, it was very, very delicious. I think it was around $6. So I got the gyro. I'm trying to think of what dessert I got and if I got a drink or anything, but the gyro was really good and that really stood out to me. Another thing that I want to tell you about is at the back or in the back part of Morocco, I can't remember who is putting on, and Doofs, I know Doofs went, or maybe you guys checked it out, but in the back of Morocco, there is this little like relaxation lounge that you can go to with the Florida Blue. I don't know if it's insurance or if it's, I can't remember what it is, some healthcare thing, but there's this whole like separate lounge that you can go to and relax in. It's air conditioned. They have free snacks and drinks that they give you. And there's also little crafts that you can do. That was like a lifesaver for me because we were doing full park days. That was so nice to just go and sit down. They're doing it, I think, only this fall. So it goes until maybe November. I can't remember exactly when, but oh my gosh. Yeah. Everybody's putting in the, is it the Euro? I know every time I say gyro, people are like, that is not right. But we had a good time at Epcot, got to do some of the rides. And then, we went to Magic Kingdom for the last day that we were at Disney World. I didn't do Mickey's Not So Scary. I got a couple of people that were asking if we did that. Didn't do Mickey's Not So Scary. One, because it was sold out for the night that I could have gone. And two, we did Halloween Horror Nights, which is going to be a whole other thing that we're going to be talking about. But had a good time at Magic Kingdom. Since it was a party day, I did do a ride challenge where I challenged myself to see how many rides we could do from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. We were able to get 11 rides in 3 hours, which was insane. The reason why we could do that is because on a party day, since the park closes early, usually not a lot of people buy full park day tickets. So the park is a lot less busy than it usually is. So usually you can go and get a lot more rides done than you usually can. So that was really nice to go and kind of see how many rides we could do. I enjoyed doing that last fall whenever Mickey's Not So Scary started to kick in. So I do have a vlog of our time running around and getting all those rides in. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. So other than that, everything was really good at Disney World. I had a couple of takeaways. It was so hot whenever we were down there. It was just so hot. I can't even describe how hot it was. I forgot how warm Florida can be, especially in the fall months. You know, it is coming out of the summertime, but it was still so like hot and humid. So I definitely recommend staying hydrated, finding some ways to keep yourself cool, whether it's taking AC breaks or just finding ways to stay hydrated. The amount of times I went to quick service restaurants or like Starbucks and Joffrey's to ask for free water, there were so many times. So definitely use that to your advantage. Another thing I will recommend is make sure you have good park shoes. I love my Croc wedges. I always talk about them, but the amount of walking and stuff we did on our trip was just so much. So you just definitely have good park shoes whenever you go into it. So I think that's all that I had to touch on with Disney World. There's a lot more I want to talk about with like Halloween Horror Nights and Hersheypark and everything, but Disney World was really good to get back. Experience during the fall season. The Mickey pumpkin wreaths are out, which I love. So yeah, we had a really great time at Disney World. It's always fun to get back down there for sure. So yes, nothing wrong with saving money with a hotel, especially because like the phase or the way that I do parks now, at least at this phase in my life, or like right now, like I literally only am in the hotel to sleep because I literally do rope drop to park close. So I would leave the hotel around 7 or 7:30, get to the park, and then come back around 11 in the evening. So maybe a little bit later on down the road, whenever we can do the nicer Disney resorts, maybe that would be nice to do some resort days and everything. But totally agree with you there, Kitty Kathy. And yes, we got to see the Doofs, and they got to meet Janelle with Disney Parks with Love, which was so fun. Oh, you got a free hotel in Florida. That's awesome. Yes, so Kitty Kathy, you came back from Universal and had a RIP tour on Friday, the 8th. It was very good. It was very busy night. Teenagers were everywhere, so definitely worth the money. And let me see what else you're saying. Hey, Sarah, thank you for being here. Okay, Blue Cross was the name of the lounge in Morocco. So definitely, I feel like it's like kind of a little hidden gem. So make sure that you check that out if you go to Epcot anytime soon, because that was a lifesaver. Especially, I loved the free drinks they gave. I can't remember what the brand, it was maybe bubbly or one of those like seltzer fizzy waters. I got one of those and it was so refreshing for how hot it was. No problem, Kitty Kathy. So RIP was worth it. It was really, really busy and got all the houses done. That's amazing. 5 scare zones and ate a little bit at, oh yeah, we did. I wish we would have tried that Cafe La Bamba. I do want to come back to this because I have so much I want to chat about Halloween Horror Nights. Yes, it was a successful ride challenge for sure. Like, I was so surprised. I knew I was going to get a good amount of rides in, but 11 rides, like that was a lot. Let's see. And 11 rides in 3 hours, not bad. You can get like 3 rides in 40 minutes in your park. Oh, that's awesome. That's perfect. And it was so hot, Doofs. Like, it was so hot. The amount of, oh my gosh, there were just times where I just felt like I felt like I was melting. Like, it was crazy. Yes, it was so nice when we came back to PA. So we landed on Saturday and then we drove early in the morning to get to Hersheypark on Sunday, and it rained the entire day at Hersheypark, but it was almost like nice because 1, the park was completely empty, but 2, we were just so happy to have rain and also cooler weather. It was crazy. It was really, really hot. Yeah, September is so hot for sure. Let's see. Yes, like walking on the surface of the sun. It really felt like it, Guy. It really did. Yes, I am so excited to tell you about our thoughts on Halloween Horror Nights. You guys would literally be so proud of me. Yes, especially right now. I totally agree with that, Sarah. I was actually talking in the lounge with this couple. I was sitting there by myself and I just started chatting with them and telling them where I was staying and all that stuff. And they were saying like they're at the point in their life where they make more now that they can stay at a nicer Disney resort, but there was a point in time where they were staying at cheaper resorts or hotels, which I kind of feel like I relate to that. You know, we're staying at cheaper places now because I just want to enjoy the parks, but it would be nice to experience some of the nicer Disney hotels. But if I were to do that, I want to experience the hotel. Like, I want to go eat at the restaurants. I want to hang out at the pool, enjoy the room. So we'll get there, but I enjoy the kind of the park way that we do now. So, but I agree with that. Hey, nope, you're not too late at all. We started late tonight, so you're actually here at a good time. So thank you for being here, Grogu Addict. And yes, we did get, so for the ride challenge, let me tell you the rides that we did. Started off with Jungle Cruise. Then I went to Big Thunder, complete walk-on. Then Peter Pan waited, I think it was posted at 40 minutes and it was actually 15. Then I went to Small World. I wanted to go to Haunted Mansion, but it was actually, I think it was either down or the line was crazy long for some reason. Then I went to Little Mermaid. I did the Speedway. I did, I think, Seven Dwarfs after that. And then we went to People Mover. When I say we, I mean me and you guys, because you came on the videos. But, and then Space Mountain, maybe Buzz? I feel like I did Buzz Lightyear. And then I can't remember what the 11th one was, but yeah, it was crazy. We were running around and but it was so fun. I loved doing that last year, and so it was kind of nice and nostalgic getting to do it again this year. So I love party days. If you can go, if you're planning on going to Disney World during the fall season and you can go to Magic Kingdom on a Mickey's Not So Scary party day, I highly recommend getting a park hopper ticket and then park hopping in the evening to go to another park, do some fireworks or something, but enjoy Magic Kingdom during the day. It is so worth it. Yes, the new water area, it is in Epcot. So that's the new Moana, like Way of Water. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I got to see a little bit of it. Unfortunately, the pass holder previews are after we left, but it did look really cool. I've seen a lot of videos and reviews on it. It looks very neat, and it looked really cool in person. They were doing some cast member previews, and we had a cast member friend that was gonna help us to get in, but I was at Universal on the day that we were gonna go and do it. So it would have been cool to go and check it out, especially since we were already down there, but we'll get to do it probably the next time we go down, because I think it's gonna be opening pretty soon, which is cool. Yes, Journey of Water, that's right. Yeah, hasn't happened yet. Yep, gotcha. And hey, Pull House Cat, going to Magic Kingdom. Oh yeah, you're going on a party day. Yes, that's awesome. Yeah, what I recommend is getting there at rope drop. Try to take advantage of the early park hours, and honestly, you're going to be able to just kind of zip around, which is so fun. So, oh yay, I'm excited that you get to go on a party day. That's amazing. All right, so we'll get into, that was kind of Disney World, Halloween type things. I don't know if I tried any Halloween treats, so there wasn't really anything super Halloween like that we did at Disney World. It was just good to get back down there for the fall season. But we went to Universal. I spelled it wrong. I spelled Universal wrong. But we went to Universal for a couple of days. We stayed at our usual Drury Hotel, which is very good, close to Universal. I love the Drury for a couple of reasons. One, it has a free breakfast. It also has a free dinner. You get free drinks in the evening. Free parking at the Universal Drury. I don't think the Disney World one has free parking, but it is about 10 minutes from Universal. It's super close for a drive. They also have theme park shuttles. And so we stayed there. But the nice thing that we got to do at Universal that I was really excited about was see the new Minion Land. It opened, I think, later on this summer, but we got to check out the new Minion Villain Con Blast ride. I personally really liked it. My sisters and my mom were not a huge fan of it because it is like a standing conveyor belt. It's not even really a ride, it's kind of an experience, but it's more of a like shooty ride. So you get this blaster that you hold and it's like a screen and you shoot different targets. The thing I really like is you can pair your blaster with the app, the Universal app, and you can kind of keep track of how many points you get. You can unlock different things during the game. I love things like that, so I was really excited about it. I love the Batu Bounty Hunters game that you can do in Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios, so this kind of reminded me of that at Universal. So I love things like that. There's also different things that you can go around the Minion Land and you can unlock different hidden things, like with these little buttons that are around Minion Land. So I really like things like that. That's why I liked it. I know there's been like some mixed reviews of the new Minion ride, so you guys will have to let me know what you think of it if you've ever ridden it or seen videos of it. But that was one of the main things that I was excited to do at Universal that we hadn't done before, was check out the Minion Land. Everything is so cute. The merch is so cute. All the stores are so fun. I think it's a really good addition to Universal Studios. So we got to even meet some of the characters. We got to meet some minions and some of the Sing characters. So all around, I do have a Minion Land tour coming out soon. So that was one of the videos that I got. So that'll be coming out. If you haven't seen it, you can check out the Minion Land video that will be coming soon. But it was so fun to go and check that out for sure. Yes, Kitty Cathy, there's a jury near Disney and a jury near Universal. I have not stayed at the Disney one. I know that the Doofs have. So that was the newest one that is close to Disney Springs. I think it's slightly more expensive than the Drury at Universal in Orlando. We love the Drury. We stayed at Endless Summer last trip, which was really great. Really like that. But there's a ton of perks that you can get with the Universal Drury. Like I said, free breakfast, the shuttles, free parking, all that stuff. Like, it is just such a good value that we love. So what we'll usually do is eat breakfast in the morning. And then since we typically have a car, we'll usually drive to the park and then come back for the dinner. That usually happens around 5 p.m. Kind of get a refresher, regroup and everything. And then we'll head back to the park for the rest of the evening. So you can really save money on meals that way. So we really like it for that aspect. Okay, Kitty Cathy, you had a Minion cake pop and a cupcake from Minion Land. That's amazing. You really like the evil Minion cake pop. Tastes like, oh, peanut butter and jelly. That's awesome. I walked through the Minion Cafe and it was so cute. They have so many little like Easter eggs and things from all the Minion movies, which was really cool. I liked how they tied like literally every movie in. So I thought they did a really good job with it. I really liked walking around and checking all the stuff out. We actually didn't try any Minion food, which I was really surprised about. I kind of wanted to hold out for Halloween Horror Nights, and we ate at some of our more regular spots, but all of the Minion food in like the cafe and stuff looked really fun, especially all the treats looked really good. Yes, the hotel we stayed at Universal is the Drury. I think it's Drury Inn and Suites near Universal Orlando or something like that. If you type in like Drury Universal, it is either a good neighbor or a partner, an official Universal partner hotel. I can't remember what the wording is, but just type in Drury near Universal and it should come up. But we really like it. Very affordable, perfect for families. So we like it for that in that sense. So the only bad thing about the shuttle, Sarah, is that, and the reason why we usually get a car is they have 3 shuttle times in the morning. I think it's like, don't quote me on it, but it's like 8, 10, and 11:20 or something like that. And that takes you to Universal. And then they only have 3 shuttles coming back at the end of the day, which I think is like 5, 6, and 7. So if you wanted to stay at the park the whole day, you can't really, because the shuttle takes you back the latest at 7 p.m. So, but the nice thing is it is close enough. If you had to rely on the shuttle, you could always Uber and Lyft. I think it was like $5 or $8 for a Lyft or an Uber back and forth. So you could always kind of use that for sure. But yeah, we really like it in that sense. So I did not buy anything surprisingly. There was this Minion cupcake Loungefly. I'll have to post a picture or a video of it. It was so cute. I really wanted it to add to my collection, but I held back from that. It was so cute though. My sister got a hat. It is so funny. It has one of the purple minions on it, the evil purple minions, and it says "Have a bad day" on it. It is so cute and so funny. We really like that, and that's like perfect for her, so she got that. But other than that, I don't think that there's anything else that I bought on the trip. I'm very proud of myself. I really kind of stuck to not getting anything, especially because I didn't have a ton of room going home on Spirit. So there was a lot of stuff that I wanted, especially at Disney. They had really cute merch, but no, not this trip. I was very proud of myself though. But yeah, thank you for asking, Sarah. Oh, you finally got your pick with Beetle. That's awesome. I love that. Let's see. Oh, you saw the shorts. That's right. You saw the short of the Minion Land highlights. Thank you for watching, an Obsessed Rangers fan. I forgot I posted that. Oh, the Drury at Disney Springs does have pancakes. That's right. Yes, probably came home with 12 more backpacks. My sister really wanted, they have a Minion or the unicorn cupcake from the Minion movies. They have a unicorn cupcake Loungefly, which was so cute. She really wanted that one, but she didn't end up getting that one. There were a ton of new Minion Loungeflies though. They were so cute. I wanted every one of them, but I was like, no, we're gonna be good. Um, you didn't make it to Minion Cafe. Was doing so much, but hopefully next time. That's kind of how it was for us, Kitty Cathy. We were just running around trying to get so much in, especially because we were doing Halloween Horror Nights in the evening. We wanted to kind of like take a break and relax during the day a little bit, but also we wanted to get a ton of the park stuff done early in the day, so that way we could have fun in the evening. So we were kind of running around and we didn't take the time to kind of sit down and eat there. But next visit, I would like to try it sometime. And like you said, yeah, hopefully next time. Doofs, this is good to know too. So the Disney Springs jury runs all day to the Disney parks, but none to Universal. Gotcha. So that is kind of nice that the Disney Springs one does that. I wish that the Universal one would, but it's nice that we have the car is what we usually do. So, okay. Now I am really excited to chat with you guys about Halloween Horror Nights, especially because I think you would be so proud of me in all of the houses that we did. And I really do feel like I have worked a little bit to conquer my fear of all of these scary things whenever it comes to Halloween and like haunted houses and things like that. So we went to Halloween Horror Nights on a Thursday night. So I chose that night because I thought it would be a little bit less busy. It was it was less expensive than other nights too. One second. So we went on a Thursday night. The one thing that I will say about Halloween Horror Nights, if you have the option to, I would highly recommend doing the Stay and Scream. So if you aren't familiar with Halloween Horror Nights or how it works, so the event, I think, officially kicks off at 6:30 and it goes until 2 a.m. But what you can do is if you're actually in Universal Studios the day of, or you can pay, I think, $40 extra to get into the park early to go to these different Stay and Scream areas. These are essentially different like holding areas where you can go into, you can scan your ticket and you can be in the park and ready to go for whenever the party starts. So I highly recommend doing this because even though the party starts at 6:30 p.m., you can get into these Stay and Scream areas, I think as early as, I want to say we got in at like 4 or something like that. And so you can just hang out there, you can get a bite to eat, or you can actually wait in lines for some of the haunted houses. Where we went for our Stay and Scream area, we went near the Mummy, which had 3 houses that you can go to there. There was the Stranger Things house, the Dueling Dragons, and the Exorcist house that was going to be open. But some of these houses open earlier than 6:30. So the Stranger Things house and I think Exorcist opened around like 5:15. So this was really good for us because we knew that the Stranger Things house was going to be one of the more popular ones that we would do during the night and one of the ones that we really wanted to do. So we went to the Stay and Scream area and we waited in line and got practically right in to the house even before the party had officially started. So we highly recommend doing this, especially because the first night that we went, I think we got 2 houses in before the party officially started. So if you really want to maximize your time and also avoid longer lines later on during the party or during Halloween Horror Nights, highly recommend doing these Stay and Scream areas. Like I said, you can, if you're not in, it was good for us because we're annual pass holders, so we were already in Universal Studios. But if you aren't a pass holder or you aren't planning on spending the day there beforehand, I think you can pay $40 and you can get access to these Stay and Scream areas. So that was such a good perk for us. We were able to kind of get in and just get going on it. So I think that really helped us to make the most of the event too, because we could get houses done right away and really maximize our time later on in the evening, whether we wanted to do more houses or kind of enjoy the food or do the show and all of that stuff. So highly recommend doing Stay and Scream. Let's see. Houses seem cool, but some of them are not for you. Yes, you like to do the Stranger Things and the Yeti house. Both seem very cool, for sure. So if you saw some of my earlier live streams whenever we were talking about like getting ready to go on the trip and Halloween Horror Nights and stuff, I was very nervous to go in these houses because I don't love scary things. But I will be honest, I wore earplugs the entire time during all the houses, and that really helped me because I'm a very jumpy person, especially whenever there are loud noises. So this helped me kind of stay a little bit more calm when going through the houses, and it also helped with more of the jump scares. But we did the Stranger Things house a couple of times. I have never seen the show, but my sisters have, and they really enjoyed it. The Yeti house was also just super funny. We really liked the Yeti house. It was so fun. So the first night we went, we did a couple of the houses. My favorite was the Monsters house, probably the Stranger Things house, and then I also liked, there was another one. Maybe it was the Oddfellows house. I can't remember what the other one was. But the first night we did a couple of houses, which was really good. Kind of got to do that. It was me and my two sisters, so we were able to get in and do all that stuff. So I think for the first night, we got 5 or 6 houses done, I think. And we got to try a couple of the drinks, which were good. And then we also got to do the Nightmare Fuel show. That show, it was very, very impressive, very, very neat, but not at all anything like what we were expecting it to be like. I had not seen any videos beforehand of it. I had no idea what was going on. And they have like this announcement going on at the beginning where they talk about it being more adult like. So we just look up videos if you want to see what the show is like. It is very incredible in a sense that all of the stunts and like the dancing and just everything that the cast does is so cool, but it was not what we thought it was going to be. But it was very, very cool and worth checking out for sure. Which will get me to another thing that I want to talk about with Halloween Horror Nights, but I want to see what you guys are saying. Hey, Sophie the cat, thank you for being here. Yes, stay in stream is a must. And express passes. Yes, if you can swing it. There's just so much to see, and the crowds are just so thick anymore. So one thing I want to say about that too, Kitty Cathy. So we did one night on Thursday. We were like, okay, that's going to be our night. We're going to do Halloween Horror Nights. I wasn't even thinking of doing a second night. So my sister Mandy had such a good time, and we didn't get to all of the houses that the next day she was like, oh, like, what if we did, how much is it to do Halloween Horror Nights on a Friday? Or like, how much is it to do it tonight? And I was like, oh, I think it was $90 or something, but we had a pass holder discount. She's like, oh, well, what if we do it again? So we ended up doing a second night, just me and her, and we really did a really good job that night. So for some reason, it wasn't as busy in the earlier hours as it was the night before. We got 4 houses done before 6:30. We started 5:15. We were one of the first people to go into Stranger Things. And then by 6:30, we had 4 houses done. We got what all did we do? Oh, we went from Stranger Things. We went to do The Exorcist, which I had to I am so proud of myself for doing that one because it was so scary, but it was so good. Then we ran to the Blood Moon house and then came back and did Exorcist again. And that was 4 houses in almost like an hour and 15. So we really did a good job with that. Another thing I want to say is Express, the night that we were thinking about doing it, was like $200. So it is a lot more money. But like you said, Kitty Cathy, if you want to, maximize your time and not wait in the longer lines did get really long towards the middle of the evening. And also, like you said, you mentioned before in a previous stream about like there being a lot of teenagers. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Friday night was insane. There were so many teens. It was, Mandy and I were like overwhelmed. We're like, what is going on? But I mean, it was a Friday night and that's probably where kids hang out. I don't know, but it was crazy. So yeah, express passes, if you can do that, and the RIP tours look great. So we're thinking maybe next year we might do that. Oh yeah. So yeah, Kitty Cathy, how many houses? So on the first night we got like 5 or 6. The next night on a Friday, we got 10 or 11 houses done. So we did a couple of them like multiple times, but the only one we got to do every house. The only house we didn't do was Last of Us. We have not ever seen the show or like played the game or anything, but I would have liked to have gone through it at least. We didn't try food. I did want to try the ravioli stuff, but the line was always so long. We tried 3 drinks. And Mandy got a souvenir cup. She was super excited about it. We tried the Heart of Damballa, I think it's Damballa, drink at the Chucky booth. I tried the I think Nightmare, no, gold juice or something. It was kind of a drink that you could get a lot of places. And then I got a drink at, I think it was Surfer Boy Pizza, but it was like the Surfer Boy Punch, maybe. All were very, very good. Highly recommend all of them. Yeah, earplugs. Yeah, it was so noisy. So earplugs were like good. And I heard everything fine. Like it was so loud that you could still hear everything, what people were saying. I could hear the girls in front of me. So yeah. Do you have any Halloween Loungefly from any year? I don't have any like Halloween Horror Nights Loungefly, and I really wish that I did. But I did. I don't think I have it here. I used the Ghost Mini Loungefly as my Loungefly for Disney this year. It's so cute. It lights up and like glows and everything. But I need to get one so that way I have it for Universal. I need a Halloween one. Yes, we did see the Megans. We saw them on the second night. We just kind of like stumbled up on them. We saw this huge crowd and Mandy's like, what is going on? And I'm like, wait, those are the Megans. We have to go and see them. So we were kind of towards the back of the crowd, but they were cool to see. We got to we didn't get a picture with them, but I at least got some videos and got to see them. So that was really cool. Let's see. Yes. So Nightmare Fuel, yes, very adult, but yeah, it is definitely quite the show. I know the girls, like that was probably one of their favorite parts because the show was like just so impressive. But I wish you guys could have seen our faces because we were so just shocked, but also like impressed. And it was just kind of a mixture of emotions. It was so crazy, but we really liked it. Yes, yeah, we did see that Megan did get to see the Megans. It is so funny too. Yeah, I should have danced with them. But it is so funny because like when you'll like sometimes I'll try to find certain ones of my videos and I'll type in like Megan moves, blah blah blah. In the Megan, I've never seen the movie or the show or whatever it is, but like that all clips of the Megans will come up, which I think is so funny. So that's like what YouTube thinks I'm looking for. What rides at Magic Kingdom get decorated for Halloween, like Space Mountain became pitch black? I think so. That's during the Halloween party. I'm trying to think what other ones. I know that teacups get an overlay. The Haunted Mansion kind of gets an overlay outside. What is the other one that happens? The Monsters Laugh floor gets a overlay or Halloween overlay. And then there's one more, but I can't remember right off what it is. I know on the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party map, they show all of the Halloween attractions. So if you are planning on going to the party, definitely look at that and see which ones that they are, because they are so cute. But yeah, thank you, Kitty Kathy. Like I said, you guys would be so proud of me because I was so stressed. Like the whole day going into Thursday, this is very dramatic, but I was not hungry, didn't eat too much. I mean, I was trying to I was still drinking water, still trying to eat so that way I could make it through the evening, but I was so stressed and so scared. But when I went through the first Stranger Things house, like that was like I think a good one to start with because it wasn't super scary. It was, it was just the right amount of everything. So yeah, I think you would be very, very proud of me, Kitty Kathy, especially because I conquered my fear as far as that goes. So it was, and then it started to be really fun. Like I was like looking forward to going through the houses, especially the Monsters one. I was so stressed to go through that one, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. I like seeing all the monsters. So I don't know. It was just really fun. We had a really good time. Let's see. Haunted Mansion. Yes, for Halloween and Christmas. So that is at Disneyland. They get the like Nightmare Before Christmas overlay, but for Halloween, there's kind of like some lights and some fog that happens during the party. Let's see. See any crazy stuff? I'm trying to think. Like at the party, luckily there were like I know in previous years there have been fights at Halloween Horror Nights, and I was like really stressed to see that. But all of the scare zones and everything were really good. There is in my vlog, I'm excited to share with you guys. I did a vlog of Halloween Horror Nights, and we walked through one of these scare zones that has, I think it's Dark Zodiac, and there are chainsaw people in there. And the one guy, he got me so good. Usually when I go through a scare zone, I'm trying to like be on red alert so I know where everybody's at, like if there's anyone behind me and all that stuff. So I was walking through, and they have a ton of fog going in these scare zones. And I was walking, and there was this lady coming beside me, and behind her was this chainsaw person, and he got me so good. So I was videoing too. I was like not even paying attention, and yeah, they got me. So that was probably one of the crazier things that I saw, just because they scared me pretty good. But other than that, everything was pretty good at the party, which I was happy about. Weren't able to catch the Megans. We were just there one night. Yeah, if we would have only done the first night, we wouldn't have seen them because I honestly forgot about them and I wasn't on the lookout for them. But the next night, we luckily just kind of came up on them. So that was kind of cool to see. Let's see. Yeah, Kitty Cathy. So after this year's experience at Halloween Horror Nights, do you think you've conquered your fear? Would you do it again? I would say I would definitely do it again. The first night I was a little on edge and like stressed, but after the second night, like Mandy and I have talked, we really enjoyed going through all the houses and found it like very enjoyable. So I would say yes, I would love to do it again. I'd love to do, we've even started watching videos of like Hollywood's Halloween Horror Nights. And theirs even looks more intense than what Universal's is. Like all the houses just look more intense, but I would love to do an RIP tour or get express passes and really maximize the night. But yeah, after the whole thing's said and done, we just had a really good time. I'm very happy that it's like fun to go through the houses now. So very proud of myself in that sense, especially since, we'll talk about Hersheypark here in a second, but I went through all of the Hersheypark houses by myself. My mom went through one of them with me, but all by myself. So it was nice to kind of get over that and be able to enjoy Hersheypark's haunted houses and stuff. Let's see. Oh, bye, Grogu Addict. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Yeah, I know we're getting late here, guys, so we'll hop into Hersheypark, but let's see. Hey, summer vlogs with Geo. Going to Disney next month. Very excited. You've never been during Halloween time. Any must-dos? I would say if you can do Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I love that party during the Halloween season, but definitely go to Magic Kingdom and enjoy like all of the Halloween decorations they have down Main Street. I love the Mickey Pumpkin wreaths, and there's also some good like Halloween treats that you can get. I think Disney Parks blog has a Halloween treats guide that you can see what kind of treats there are. So definitely look at that and see. But have an awesome time. Let us know if you have any questions. Oh, you've heard that if you're getting overwhelmed with Halloween Horror Nights, you can walk on the sidewalks around scare zones and they will usually leave you alone. That's what was kind of like our safety thing. So that's a really good tip, Kitty Cathy, because yeah, we really liked the Vamp 69. There were all of the scare zones we really liked. I felt like they were all pretty mild. But that Dark Zodiac one, like with those chainsaw people, like they were not messing around. So yeah, if you don't like them, go on the sidewalk. So that's what we found too. We didn't really see too many people on the sidewalk. So good tip, Kitty Cathy. I like that. Yeah, those chainsaw guys, like they're a lot. So yeah, no problem at all. You're all good. Thank you for being here. Oh, so Doofs, they have those guys at Hersheypark. Unfortunately, it was raining whenever we were there, so they weren't like sliding, I think for safety reasons, but oh my gosh, yeah, those people are intense for sure. Yes, I'm excited to chat Dark Nights with you guys. And yes, so Doofs and Kitty Cathy, you can definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but basically an RIP tour is kind of like the VIP tour that you can do at Disney World, where someone guides you around and takes you to all of the different rides you want to do. The RIP tour, I think you can either pay to have a private tour or you can pay to be like grouped in with other people that are doing the RIP tour. But basically it is a tour guide that will take you around to all of the different houses so you can get to all of the houses in a night. I think it would be a really cool thing to do, but it is, I think, an added expense onto your Halloween Horror Nights ticket. But that's essentially what the RIP tour is. So it's called RIP just for the Halloween Horror Nights kind of Halloween effect to it. But yeah, it's essentially like a VIP tour, which is pretty cool. And Kitty Cathy, if there's anything else you'd like to add to that, feel free, because I'd like to know too. All right, so that was all our stuff with Halloween Horror Nights. Like I said, I think you guys would be very proud of me. I'm excited to share the vlog of the night, and I'm excited that I just kind of conquered my fears in that sense. That's right. You can pay for a regular RIP tour and you get, 10 other people that you don't know get a tour guide, and you do not wait for the houses. You go right in and they tell you a little bit. Oh, I do like that they, tell you a little bit about each house, which is cool. I kind of like that they tell you the backstory or the purpose behind it. I do like that, Kitty Cathy. And VIP tour is private and much more money. We did not do that one. Okay, the private tour, gotcha. Yeah, and all the prices, I was looking at it because I was curious. All the prices are on their website, so you can kind of go and price it out if it's something that you wanted to do. All right, let's get to Hersheypark. Okay, so the last thing that we did was kind of a bonus. So we did the week at Universal and Disney, and then we came home, and on Sunday we did a quick whirlwind trip to Hersheypark. Their media team invited us out for their media day of all of their Halloween offerings. So last weekend is when they started, when the Halloween kicked off at Hersheypark, which was so fun. So we went for the day. It was so rainy. It was very, very terrible weather, but it was also nice because the park was completely empty. So we got to go right on rides. If it does rain at Hersheypark, whenever you go, I was very surprised at the amount of rides that they still continue to run, even though it is raining. Like, we were able to ride some coasters. Of course, there's indoor rides, but they had a ton of rides going. So we did some of the Halloween offerings during the day. There's a character dance party that you can do multiple times a day. It's kind of a show that you can watch. It's super cute, and you can see the characters in their Halloween costumes. Another thing that you can do is you can do the trick-or-treat trail at the Hersheypark boardwalk. So you can get a ton of candy, which is so fun. And then another thing during the day is, there's another thing that you can do Halloween-wise during the day. I can't remember right off, but another reason why they wanted to have us there was to experience their Dark Nights event, which is their Halloween event. The one thing I will say about Hersheypark that I really appreciate, their Halloween at Hersheypark is such a good value this year because they have what you pay for a Hersheypark Halloween ticket also includes their Halloween event. So like we've been talking about, Mickey's Not So Scary and Halloween Horror Nights, both of those are separate ticketed events that you have to pay to go to if you wanted to go to either of those events. And that's also on top of a park ticket if you wanted to go to the parks. With Hersheypark, everything is just grouped into one park ticket. And I think I saw they're running some deals where you can get like $50 tickets to go to Hersheypark this Halloween season, which is a really good deal, I think. So it is a good value in that sense. Last year was the first year they had Dark Nights, and it was a separate added on cost, a separate ticket that you had to pay. But this year it's just all grouped in together, which is very nice. So we were able to experience the RIP dinner buffet that they have. This is kind of a scare actor character dinner that they have, and it's a buffet. The food was very, very good. They have so much food there. We just released our Hersheypark Halloween video today, so if you want to check it out, you can check it out after our live. But so much good food there. The characters or scare actors were so funny in how they interact with you. So I really liked that we could go and experience that. But after you get done with your dinner, they do give you a ticket per person that goes to the dinner. They give you a fast track, which is basically a fast pass to get through either the haunted houses or some of the rides at Hersheypark. So that was really cool in that sense. So you can skip some of the lines. I've heard some of the lines for the haunted houses get so long. So that's a nice thing that you can have. I think it's $44.99 per person. So it was fun getting to see the scare actors. The food was very good. Obviously it's a buffet, so you can eat as much as you want. So we really liked it in that sense. It was cool to check that out for sure. Let me see what you guys are saying about HHN real quick. Love to go to HHN, but too expensive. Honestly, should have gone back to Florida in 2019. Possibly could have gone there, but enjoyed regularly. Hopefully you can go sometime. I know it's nice. It is, let's see, it is expensive, but you put money away for it all year. Yeah, I think it depends on like if you want to do the separate added on stuff. Like the night that we went, I think it was $79, with our pass holder discount. So you could definitely go on cheaper nights. I like that it is cheaper than even like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. But yeah, I think it all just depends on like how you plan it out and what you want to do whenever you're at Halloween Horror Nights. Thank you, Summer. Love our content. Love Hersheypark also. Oh, you're in Jersey, so you go often and your kids love it. That's awesome. We loved the trick or treat trail, especially because they have a ton of cute photo spots throughout the trick or treat trail that you can take pictures with, but they give you so much candy. Like there were hardly any people there whenever we went, so they were just giving us a ton of stuff, and I'm sure they do that regardless, which is fun. Let's see. Yes, really trying to build this new experience for everyone, adding the RIP dinner at Scare Actor Dining. Yes, it was so cool. I was so surprised about it. I didn't even know anything about it until they, invited us out or whatever. And it was not exactly what I thought it was going to be, but it was better. The food was better. The scare actors were better than I thought they were going to be. So I'd say all around it was a really good experience and something that I would certainly do again, especially since you get the fast track pass. That was a really good deal. Let's see. Okay. What else did I want to chat about? Oh, okay. Yeah. So another thing. So after we did the scare actor RIP dinner buffet, another thing that we went to afterwards was we went to go experience the scare zones, which were cool, and the haunted houses. The thing about the scare zones, I don't think that we were able to experience it fully since it was raining. I don't know if a lot of the characters weren't out or they were just taking more shift breaks because it was raining. The people that slide, I think it's the decay brigade. They weren't out, or they were out, but they weren't doing their sliding on the ground. It would have been cool to see that, but also it is a lot just with the, how the jump scares that you can get. But all of the houses were very, very good. I was very surprised at, coming off of Halloween Horror Nights, I didn't know what these houses were going to be like, but I was pleasantly surprised by a lot of them. The only thing I will say is a lot of the houses at times are very, very dark, where you literally have no idea what you're looking at. There were so many times that I was like, I don't know where I'm at. And especially all of the fog, since it was such a cloudy and like already foggy evening, the fog that they were pumping out was just added to it. And it was all just kind of like hanging around. There were times that I'm just walking around and I have no idea what is going on, but I did get a lot of scares that way. So that was kind of fun. All the houses were very good. The one that I really liked was the catacombs. I think it was the descent into the catacombs or something. The Carnival one was very good. Tons of scare actors in that house. It's kind of like a walkthrough. It's not necessarily a house. It's kind of like a walkthrough on a sidewalk that they have. But that was so cool to go through. The one that I will give a word of warning to, that this house was literally like on the level of a Halloween Horror Nights house in the sense that it was so realistic, so kind of scary, but so intense. The new Auntie Mortem's house that they have, this is the newest house they have at their Dark Nights event. It's way back in the back of the park. I saved this for the last, not intentionally, but I'm so glad I did. It was so intense. It is very, very gory. So it really does look like you're kind of going through a slaughterhouse. All of the props look so realistic. And also the scare actors are very creepy and kind of scary. Like they kind of look like they're slaughtered pigs. There was one point in time where I went into this room and I did not see the main scare actor. He was like kind of in the corner and I'm just walking around and I'm like, oh, where is everyone? And he comes up behind me and it was so intense. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am being chased by a slaughtered pig. What is happening right now? So if you don't, I would recommend, if you're a little bit leery about it, watch a walkthrough ahead of time. I saw a couple of channels have really good walkthroughs of it. I didn't post anything just because it was a little bit gory. I don't know. It was a little bit more intense of a house. So definitely watch a walkthrough if you're kind of a little bit nervous about it, but it is just a more intense house. It's a really good house in the sense that it's so detailed, but it is very gory. So just like at the end, they have this pile of guts essentially, and one of these scare actors are just like laying on the pile, and they are in like this ghillie suit, and like they get you at the end. So it is very, 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 very good house, very intense, very realistic, but just a little word of warning going into it, because I was not expecting it for sure. Let's see. And let me see what's going on. Yes, antemortems. Yeah, a little bit scary, just intense, but yeah, I think if you're good usually with the regular haunted or Halloween Horror Nights houses, Kitty Cathy, I think you should be pretty good. Hey, Sapphire Goat, 1 month and 5 days till your trip. I'm so excited for you to head down there. I've had such a blast talking about our recent trip, and I know you're going to have such a blast going down soon. So I'm so excited that you can check it out. I hope you have a blast, and I can't wait to hear how it goes. Let us know if you have any other questions or anything going into the trip, and let me know when you start packing. I'm curious when you start packing. Yes, Kitty Cathy, you have to let me know what you think of going through antemortems. Very good, but yeah, they also have a food booth for her house, like right outside, I think it is. We didn't try, since we ate at the dinner buffet, we were so stuffed. We didn't eat any of the food at Dark Nights. They do have this tasting pass that you can get. I think it's $34, where at any of the Dark Nights booths, you can try 5 different offerings. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of like the Food and Wine Festival in a sense that you can try different foods from different booths. So you can pay $34.99 for this tasting pass and get 5 different Dark Nights food offerings, but they have an antemortems house where they have, I think I don't know if they have like sandwiches, but also like some cakes that are in the shape of meat or something like that. So it is pretty cool, and I'm excited to see what you think, Kitty Cathy. Hey Gator, how are you doing? So this is a good question, Guy. How much time on average does it take to get through each house? So with Halloween Horror Nights, they aren't super long. I'd say they're around 2.5 to 3 minutes, but the houses at Hersheypark Dark Nights are significantly longer, because I was videoing, and I was looking in one of I think it's the Carnival. No, it's the Creatures Uncaged house that I went through. It was almost 5 minutes long that we walked through the house. So they are significantly longer than what the Halloween Horror Nights houses are. So I'd say the Dark Nights ones are anywhere, honestly, from like 3 to 5 minutes is what my video timestamps were, which I was kind of shocked about. Oh my gosh, thank you, Sapphire Goat. Yes, this is from the Doofs. They sent this to me. They surprised me last year. This was one of the munchlings that I really wanted, and they got it, and they sent it to me. So thank you, Doofs. I still love this one so much. He's so cute. Yes. So it's scare actor, or at least that's what I call them. Yeah, like scare. I think like character, but I think it's meant to be like character, but also like scare actor. I don't know. I think it's kind of like a play on both of the words. So I don't know. I just say scare actor though. But I think I kind of think that too, Doofs, that it's kind of supposed to be like character. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But let's see if there's anything else. I don't know. That's pretty much all that we had to say about Hersheypark Halloween. Loved getting to go through all the houses. The antemortems one I'm still trying to get over, but it was nice. They have some rides open during the Dark Nights event that you can go through, and they have at the last hour of operation, they have a lights out rides for a couple of the rides. So a couple of the coasters are completely pitch black, which is fun. And then Laugh Track, the one indoor coaster, is dark the entire day, which is really cool. So overall, really enjoyed Hersheypark during Halloween. Hope to get back there again during this fall season. We'll have to plan a weekend to go back over, because I would like to do it again. Hopefully when it's nicer weather, because it was so bad when we went, but also it was so good because there was no one there. I've seen previous videos of like last year when people were going through the haunted houses and the lines were so long. This year we didn't wait at all to go through the houses because it was so rainy. So I don't know. I hope it's good weather when you go, Kitty Cathy, but I also hope that it's not super busy when you go. So All that to say, I know this has been a really long live. I know it's late, and we started later than when we started, or when we usually start. Okay, yes, thank you, Kitty Cathy. I usually say scare actor, but I do think too it's kind of funny that it's kind of like character too. But yes, thank you everyone for being here live. Thank you for being here on the replay. We had a blast getting to go and check out all of these Halloween offerings that these different parks have. And of course, it's always good getting back down to the Orlando theme parks. I love any chance I get to go back down. So it's been so fun. We've got a ton of videos coming out. I've been trying to get back into the swing of things and getting some vlogs out. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to try to post the Magic Kingdom Ride Challenge video. And then the day after, I'm going to try to get our Halloween Horror Nights video out because we had such a good time there. And I'm excited to see what you guys think of our reaction and kind of going through scare zones and everything. So thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Let's see. Yes, hope it's not raining. Last time you went, it was raining and you were so sad. So I hope it's not raining for you too, Kitty Cathy. But I do hope that it's not busy. Is the only thing. So yes, thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for being here and for hanging out, even though it is late. And also we started later, so I appreciate you guys bearing with me there. Oh, you just got back from Disney 2 days ago. That's awesome, Carter. I hope you had a blast. Thank you, Kitty Cathy. I do really appreciate this. Thank you so much. And yes, thank you so much. Enjoy, yes, fall and have a good rest of the night. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoy too. Yeah, so we will see you guys in future videos, future vlogs. I think from here on out, we should be pretty good with our usual weekly 7 o'clock live stream. So thank you guys so much again. I enjoyed chatting. Thank you for listening and sharing your input. I really appreciate it so much. So hope you guys have a good evening. We'll chat with you guys later. See you guys.